Alright. Oh, it's a toggle
Hansel and
run.
Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Okay. Now I guess we need to find where he would have gone next.
Another accident. This place.
Park maintenance? Ooh. Oh shit. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I decided what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes very soon if I will know if this has all been for nothing. Wow, a knife and a teddy bear. Lovely. Well, that's reassuring. Now, why was the teddy bear driving in the first place? That's not very safety-like. Everybody knows teddy bears are terrible drivers. Oh. Oh, what is that? Is he on this ride?
Wait, Callum!
Follow the trail. What trail am I exactly following here?
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Oh god. Okay, this is probably not going to be a good one. We were waiting for our turn on the ride, Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal like a tiger or lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw there was something not quite right about the proportions, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Well, that's disturbing. Alright, so are we supposed to go on this thing? Was he on the ride? Hard to tell. Let's see what we can find over here at least. Can I ride?
I can't get on while it's moving.
Can't get on while it's moving. Okay, so now it's about to stop.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Maybe we have to... Oh, we have to do the mechanism. Decrease speed. Is it gonna stop? I think that's gonna make it stop.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Okay, maybe we do it one more time? There we go. Let's ride this ride. Wow, okay. I don't like how it's blocking my vision though. Really don't. I've never ridden one of these things. I wonder if it's any fun. Like, I know the popular one is the Disneyland one, right? Oh god, what the hell? It's like a scarecrow or something, man. I don't like it. Okay. So that takes care of this ride. Polaroid. Don't tell me somebody took a picture of it.
Oh, I remember this.
It's one of their pictures. Okay. So I'm assuming that we're gonna have to go this way now.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. They shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation.
What the
All
hell?
of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed,
There's a
built on
person
a
in
single
there.
traitorous thought.
You see that? I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. Most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean Steve. See? Even I am starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve the local lush as Chad the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at the Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that. But the more he wears the suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's Diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained to Mark management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter one day. But nothing seemed to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by. And apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking up in a gutter outside the Psychoil station, because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye-fucking me, whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted as he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Oops. Oh god. Really? She had to be right in front of the frickin'... I'm glad I didn't stand right up against the glass. I had a feeling that there was going to be some shenanigans going on with that. What are you? Weird octopus looking thing? Alright, on to the next attraction. Looks like bumper cars. Alright.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Ooh. We're supposed to go this way? We probably have to turn it on first, right? No? Well, there's a light down there. Or a broken light or something. Or that's the only one that's on. Oh, it's an accident report. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Francis was killed. Dexter claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. Double checking of the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for all drivers. The local laborers are very superstitious, and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the bad spirits. Oh God. What the hell was that? Oh, Jesus. Ho 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 ho. Alright. Are we supposed to go there? Are we supposed to see what the light is shining on? Because it looks like a staircase or something. And it did break the railing. Alright. Let's see what's up here.